Hello, my name is Peter Melton. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about peace and how we express it to each other. I looked into the history of our peace symbols and signs and found some very interesting things. This two-finger peace symbol began as a V for victory symbol, and really around the world it still stands for that in a lot of countries. And I thought, well, that's pretty interesting. And it started really with Winston Churchill right after World War II. He used the V for victory symbol to say we won the war. And then later, Nixon came out with the two of them. Yeah, we won the war again. And this two-finger symbol really started to stand for the war is over, and so that equals peace, or we won, so that equals peace, and set up this different kind of feeling around peace. So then I wondered, what about the peace logo that we have? Everyone's familiar with the old peace sign, but where did it come from? And what does it stand for? As I looked into that, I found another very interesting thing. You see, this originated from the Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament. And this logo itself came from those letters, N and D. You see, an N is made like this in nautical language, and a D is made like this. So the logo that we use for peace actually came from the Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament. So the two peace signs that we use come from the energy of V for victory and nuclear disarmament. And I thought, interesting. And that's when Einstein's quote came to me, that you can't create a solution from the same consciousness that you created the problem from. And so in a similar way, if we created the energy of peace around these ideas of victory and the war is over and nuclear disarmament, perhaps that wasn't the energy we're looking for to create our signs and symbols for peace. And I looked at this two-finger peace symbol and I said, okay, what do I really want to say when I say peace to somebody? What I want to say is, we're in this together, that this has got to be a win-win kind of peace, not a I won so I'm happy and the heck with you kind of peace. And what happened to me was this activation of the peace sign that went like this. We take this two-finger symbol and we activate it. We activate it into a 2-in-1. We appear to be separate and we're in this thing together. And the way we're going to have a deeper feeling and a deeper experience of peace is when we realize it needs to be win-win. It needs to work for both of us, a unified peace. That feels pretty good to me, but what about the logo? And so I started imagining what the logo might look like. And I said, okay, what is that core energy? It's that same togetherness. It's that same, we're in this together. But what came through me at that time was a deeper idea that infinity, the infinite part of peace, that there's a peace that goes beyond just the human element to a deeper sense of peace. And I drew a little infinity sign and I said, you know, once upon a time, we all came from some infinite source. Believe what you want about that. But what happened to this idea that we're all infinite and we're all interconnected? And what happened, in my opinion, is human consciousness came in and created this idea that we could separate infinity, and that there appears now to be two things happening instead of just one. And although this is an illusion that we're separate, it's a very real illusion that we're all living. But within that illusion, there's also a wholeness happening. And this symbol started to take place in my mind. And I thought, wow, we started off as infinite peace. We created the illusion that we were separate. But even within that illusion, there's wholeness. And within that wholeness, there's balance of the spiritual realms and the physical realms. I created this symbol I call the unified peace sign, that starts from that core energy of infinite peace, that we're all in this together, and shows how it's all an illusion that we think we're separate anyway, but even within the illusion, there's balance of all of it. So that's the unified peace sign and the unified peace symbol, new ways for us to look at peace and look at ways we can do it together.